Hello all, Marty here with Warehouse and Operations as a Career. I want to thank you for checking in with us today, and I think I'd like to talk a little bit about ethics, maybe a little on workplace violence and some on our reporting. Earlier this week, I was talking with a gentleman that had just came out of his company's yearly meetings on business ethics. Several of the larger facilities I deal with have these little gatherings, once or twice a year. I think we as warehousemen kind of feel meetings like these don't really have anything to do with what we're trying to accomplish each shift, but I'd like to look a bit deeper and take a quick look at what we can take from them, maybe see them in a little better light. The company's meeting is going to talk along the lines of something like this. Business ethics, also known as corporate ethics, is a form of applied ethics or professional ethics that examines ethical principles and moral or ethical problems that arise in a business environment. It applies to all aspects of business conduct and is relevant to the conduct of individuals and entire organizations. These ethics originate from individuals, organizational statements, or from the legal system. These norms, values, ethical and unethical practices are what is used to guide business. They help those businesses maintain a better connection with their stakeholders. And I found that little definition at wikipedia.org, and I'll include the link to it there. You know, as warehousemen, I feel we do play just as big a part regarding ethics as, say, the sales force, the financial people, and merchandisers, really anyone in the company. Ethics and doing what's right is really everyone's job. Couple of examples that I've ran across in my career. You know, I've been out on delivery routes before and had the customer or even just people on the street as I was unloading offer me X number of dollars for that box of product sitting right over there up against the wall. We all know that would have just been the wrong thing to do. I heard once about a restaurant owner that had asked a driver once to mark the item short on truck, that like it was never loaded, leave it with him and mark it off his COD amount. And even things like overages on the truck. That's when the warehouse accidentally selects an extra case of something and it's loaded on the truck. It'd be wrong for the driver to sell it off the back of the truck to a customer and just pocket the money. We'd probably call that stealing, and I think that's what the definition above was referring to when stating conduct of individuals and entire organizations. There's really no way around the word stealing here. What we just described is theft, and we all know it's wrong, and we'll probably get caught. I've known people that's lost their jobs over taking something as simple as a donut from their company. Whether we're talking $1 or $1,000, we need to think about giving up our yearly salary for that one bad decision. That math just doesn't add up to me. I guess we ventured off on bad decisions there for a second. I'll get back to ethics, but I hope everyone agrees with my math there. Another example on ethics could be as an order selector. We all understand it's our job to correctly select the right product in the right quantity for the customer's order. But we've all gone to that slot before, had an order for 4 cases and only 3 cases were there on the pallet. There we are, faced with an ethical dilemma. Do we pull the 3 cases and ignore that 4th one and toss the label, or do we do what's right and grab a replenishment guy to drop another pallet so we can grab that 4th case? Hopefully we follow what's right, have strong values, and choose to use our ethical practices and not our unethical practices, right? You hear me talk pretty often about unloading or lumping here at WAOC. I think the unloading position is a great position to break into the operations world. We can learn so much about freight, performing those tasks. It's also, or used to be, a bit questionable regarding good ethics. Back before technology helped us keep up with schedules, metrics, cases an hour, trailer times, etc., it was really easy to cheat your company, vendors, truck drivers, and the delivery company. It used to all be pretty much cash, which meant it was really easy for a lumper and a driver to cut a deal between themselves to unload a few pallets, pocket the discounted rate, and go on down the road. Thankfully, the technologies today gives us a wealth of productivity information and helps track those transactions. Here again, though, it's up to us as employees to conduct ourselves with values, morals, and in an ethical manner. I think we can all see how those meetings can be important to our task and jobs on the floor. When I hear someone say something like, "I just wasted 2 hours in a meeting that had nothing to do with me," we need to recognize that rarely, really rarely, if ever, is our employer going to spend the time and wages for us to attend something that has nothing to do with us. Another one of those meetings I hear a lot of grumbling about is the yearly workplace violence get-together. Oh, and that's where the speaker may add a segment about sexual harassment as well. I think it's important to remember the world that we live in today. We hear almost weekly about an issue at a school or bullying or a large fight at a mall. And then there's that incident of road rage, that got out of hand. Employers have to be concerned about aggression on the docks. It just can't be tolerated. I know of a company right now that's actually putting together an active shooter training program for their employees. Planning is really the only thing we can do as employees and employers to prepare for such actions. Sexual harassment is just as important. I feel everyone should be comfortable in the workplace. To me, it's really more than a right or a law. It's morally and ethically each of our responsibilities to ensure our peers and associates feel safe at work. As you can see, these meetings aren't a waste of our time, and we can use them to advance personally and professionally in our careers and our lives. We here at WAOC believe it's our responsibility to perform our task better than the person beside us and have the want to get recognized by our management team. If we are always interested in doing the right thing, using good moral judgment, utilizing good ethical practices in our tasks and duties, we will get the recognition for it, and hey, that's what we're after, is being noticed for that next task or promotion. I think we all understand what's meant by workplace violence and sexual harassment. We know we should watch our words. Sometimes words can hurt us as much as actions. Anyone that has a significant other or spouse can really attest to that. We shouldn't be surprised when something that we've said or that loud outburst on the floor has cost us our job. Let's face it, men and women, we know how to treat each other, and more importantly, how we should act and how we should not act. We should and can control these situations that we put ourselves in and stay away from those we know not to be involved in. I've never understood how someone could be surprised to find themselves in a harassment situation. Every one of them really knew they were doing wrong. I got a little off course today, but there's a few of my opinions, I guess. Those subjects are important to anyone that's employed, and really all of us as associates. Remember, we're on Facebook and Twitter, using the little @ WHSEANDOPS, and I'm having a lot of fun on the Facebook group, Warehouse Equipment Operator Community too. Oh, and I'll include a link to our WAOC storefront in today's show notes as well, just in case you'd like a coffee mug or a t-shirt of your own. By the way, all the proceeds from the storefront is donated to a charity. Right now, it's the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation Great Strides Walk. And a free plug, I'll link a donation page for the team that I'm associated with this year, should you like to donate a little to a great cause. As always, let's leave each other today with a safety thought. Safety is a critical part of longevity and the development of confidence. The smoother a shift runs, the more efficient and productive it can be.